Have you set yourself some goals and then you blink, the year has gone by. You blink again and it's 5 years later and you still haven't achieved any of your goals that you've set for yourself? If this is you, keep watching this video. I'm going to be giving you some practical insights and tools that you can put in place to be able to transform your life and change it within 6 months. My name is Tish. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a mom, entrepreneur, and enthusiast of working with people to transform their lives so that they can crush their goals and ultimately live the best version of themselves. If you like this type of content, click the subscribe button or share it with a friend or somebody that you know who can definitely benefit from this content. So where do I start to make a change in my life within 6 months? Right here. But the fact that you're watching this video shows that you are invested in yourself. You are tired of making the same excuses year in and year out, and that is the good news. That is a great starting point because it shows that you want to make a change, you don't want to be in the same place anymore, and you want to get real results. The start is always your mindset. You need to want it bad enough for your life to actually change. The why to why you're actually doing this. Finding that deeply found reason within is the one thing that's going to get you through it, even when you've got so many obstacles and challenges your way. How to do this is to actually find something so deeply rooted within that's going to give you the motivation to keep going no matter what. Looking at somebody else's dreams and passion and thinking that that is your why because you like the outcome is definitely not going to work. You just might as well not even start. And maybe that's why some of the goals that you actually set yourself have been completely unrealistic because they're not congruent to what it is that you want to achieve for yourself in your life. So take the time to actually change your mindset and be focused on what it is that you want to achieve, because this is definitely a great starting point to be able to move forward and start to change your life within 6 months. I get a lot of questions around where do I focus, where do I start, which areas in my life do I prioritize so that I can start seeing an impactful change? So today I'm going to be giving you 4 key areas to focus on in order of priority. The first area to definitely focus on is with you. By setting those personal growth for yourself to develop and to grow will align everything else to fall in place thereafter. So be very clear here, be specific in terms of what it is that you're trying to achieve. Here's some examples that you can put in place for yourself. So if you've always been trying to get healthier, a goal you could put in place is, I want to lose X amount of weight by a specific time. Maybe your other goal is to have flawless skin because you've been struggling with it for years on end. The third one is maybe learning how to say no so that you don't find yourself overcommitted to stuff and always finding yourself in uncomfortable situations. But if you unpack all of these 3 goals, you'll be able to find out what it is that you need to do to be able to achieve them. Let's take the very first example, for instance. So you want to get healthier and you want to lose X amount of weight by a specific time. So by unpacking this, then you'll start looking at your nutrition, your lifestyle, what it is that you're putting in your body, your exercise regime, and so forth. By looking at all of those factors, you'll be able then to better pinpoint what it is that you're supposed to do on a monthly basis, weekly basis, daily basis, and up to an hourly basis to be able to achieve this particular goal. You'll be able to do all of those with all of the goals that you've set for yourself so that you can track them and be able to achieve them on a weekly basis. The second area to focus on is the community and the friends that you surround yourself with. This is by far the most challenging exercise to do, but a very necessary one. So do a collage of everybody in your life. Look at each person individually and ask yourself, is this an energy ninja, a person who plows into your life, who helps to elevate you, who supports you in your goals and your dreams? Or are they an energy vampire? Do they continuously take from you and leave you depleted with no energy at the end of the day? You've got to do this exercise because the importance of it is when you want to achieve your goal and you're actually surrounding yourself with the right people, the type of people who can actually lift you and elevate you to your next level, then you're more than likely to succeed. But if you keep on surrounding yourself with people that keep on taking away from you, and you just tell yourself, I've had this person in my life for the longest time, so I'm comfortable with them and I don't necessarily want to rock the boat and remove them, guess what? They're going to keep taking away from you and you'll always find yourself stuck in the same place. You've got to be able to focus your energy on those people that are going to be like-minded, just like yourself, whereby you'll be able to share some idea, be positive, be light. And let's be honest, life does happen. Everybody has their ups and downs, and sometimes you need to support people. But those type of people that I'm talking about. Those are definitely not the right type of people to have in your life when you're trying to achieve your goal. I'm not saying completely cut them out of your life, but try to minimize the amount of time that you spend with them and focus on yourself, because for every single line item of a goal that you have, you want to be able to achieve it. Let's take the first example from point number 1. If you're trying to be healthier and lose weight, and you keep surrounding yourself with people who are constantly heavily drinking, eating junk food, who are not exercising, what's the likelihood that you are going to be able to achieve your goals? Very unlikely. So you've got to be able to assess what it is that you want to achieve and the right people to be able to be in your life to support you to reach those goals. The third area to focus on and to put some real tangible goals to is your career or your business goals that you have for yourself. I don't know how many clients I've actually seen whereby they've always known what it is that they wanted to do with their lives, but for some reason they just can't bring themselves to start. They keep on talking themselves out of it because of fear, lack of confidence, or just being put off by other people who actually surround them. However, this is the place where we need to stop making all of the excuses, take a notebook and write down what it is that you want to do with your life, what it is that you want to achieve within your business and your career growth aspect. And once you know that, then we can start unpacking it just like we unpacked point number 1 examples of the goals that you set for yourself. And put a start date of what it is that you're going to do. Because if you don't start, you're going to look back in your life and actually see that years have actually gone by and you're still sitting at the same place. So write down that first date that you're going to start living your dreams and your passion, and go for it. Don't let anybody put you back. There's a lot of things that will probably be in place before you actually kick off. So if you have research that goes into it, put a start date for it. If you've got a launch day for whatever it is that you want to do, put that in place. But do not discourage yourself from actually starting, because that's the difference between people who go places and achieve versus people who stay in the same place year in and year out. So come on, put that start date in place and start changing your life within 6 months. This is the place whereby everything starts to change for you. You are definitely worth it, so do it for yourself. The fourth and final place to focus on to be able to change your life within 6 months is definitely your love life. If you are in a relationship and you are happy, then tick, 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 good for you. Keep that going. But if you're unhappy, this is the place where you need to start making real changes. Because if you're staying with somebody and you're in a relationship with them and things are not going well at home, it impacts so many other areas of your life. It just spills into them because it spills in so many places of your life, and it affects your productivity, your ability to focus on your goals and dreams. So you definitely want to get this area right. So set the goals for yourself in terms of what you want to achieve in your love life. If you want to be happier but unhappy at the moment, take the steps and put in the hard work to be able to achieve that particular goal. If you're in a toxic relationship and you want to get out, write down that date and be able to get out. I've got a video for you right at the beginning of my YouTube channel that talks about getting out of a toxic relationship. If you are single and you want to be in a relationship, there are definitely steps that you can put in place to put yourself in the space of being able to meet new people. I've also got a video on that one. So those are the 4 key areas that you can start focusing on to be able to change your life within 6 months. But here's 2 key things that you've got to keep in mind so that you can be able to achieve your goals. The first one is weekly tracking of every single goal that you've set for yourself. An easy way of doing this is to write a to-do list for yourself on a daily basis and review it at the end of each evening. If it's, for instance, 6 o'clock in the evening and you're feeling tired, but you really set out some specific goals to achieve for that particular day, push yourself. That's why the why factor that I mentioned at the beginning of the video is so important, because the more you delay things and put them off, you'll have then more to add for the next day, and before you know it, you are sitting at 8 months or 1 year or 5 years later and you still haven't achieved your goals. So be able to push yourself and be motivated and have the drive to be able to achieve all of those goals you've set for yourself on a daily basis, and review them on a weekly basis so that you can see that you're still on track to achieving your goals. The second thing to bear in mind is, as much as we are focused on achieving our goals, it's important to realize and note that life is always going to happen. The key thing here is to always to be fair with yourself. Be analytical and assess the situation fairly, because sometimes things do happen. You may have a particular goal for yourself that you've set in place, and unfortunately, something may come out of the blue to knock it out of the ballpark. You'll be able to recalibrate again and start from where you left off. And maybe it's not 6 months, maybe it's 6.5 months, but ultimately it's your attitude and your mindset that's important here. So please do cut yourself some slack. There are things which are completely out of your control that will take place. Everybody's life is different and that falls differently from person to person, but that's okay. This is where your mindset, the people that you surround yourself with, that will really play a pivotal role in your life. If you like this type of content, click the subscribe button or share it with somebody that you know has been trying to achieve some goals, to change their lives within a specific amount of time, but they haven't been able to. This video will give them some insights on the 4 key areas where they can focus on and set some realistic, tangible goals to actually achieve. I've got some amazing content that's coming up on a weekly basis. So keep watching my channel and I will see you then.